Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a galaxy inspired makeup look using my favourite eyeshadow from Topshop called Milky Way. I don't know the exact name for them, they're just Topshop. Would have to go onto their internet, onto their online shop to find the proper name for it. But I'm also doing a review on 5 new brushes I got. I wanted to do a review on these because, as you guys probably noticed, is that some of my makeup is a little bit unblended, a little bit basic, so I got some new makeup brushes. So anyway, I started off by priming my eyelids and concealing any veins because this look needed to be perfect. I made sure also to kind of make sure that the concealer dried first, because sometimes when you apply eyeshadow onto your eyes or into your crease, it can just stick to the concealer or the primer, which you don't want to happen, because otherwise it won't blend properly, as I kind of found out. So I'm just practicing. This is all about practicing here, so I hope you enjoyed this video. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is my first brush of the video, which is the Morphe MB23 brush. This is a long blending brush. It's very flimsy, but what you do is, as you can see, I start from the outer half with an eyeshadow that is white, maybe a very light eyeshadow, and start blending that into my crease. I've started to get a little bit better at blending. I've got a long way to go with it, but I'm sure you guys, as you subscribe, will see me improve on this. So I'm just blending in circular motions in a rainbow shape, as you guys know, my favourite thing, and I'm just going to blend this into my inner half of my eyelid as well, because often I find when I don't do that, the glasses just overtake my eyes and they just kind of swallow them. So what I do is I like to carve out my eyes, so when I put on my glasses, you can actually make out where my eyes, and also just helps to make the other eyeshadow stand out a little bit more and for it to be a stronger look. But I'm trying to make sure it's blended a lot more blended than it was. However, I have found this brush to be quite hard to use, and this was the first impressions, but I did have a little go at them, so it's technically not a first impressions video, but I'm going to call it that. But I did have a quick go because I didn't want to be totally rubbish for you guys. So yeah, but it was my first time using the MAC highlighter, which is also another thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video when it comes up. And I do have a lot to say about this. So after applying the crease colour, I'm going to go in and use a little bit of foundation. That's my trick, using the end of the doe foot applicator of the concealer. This is amazing. Because the concealer is slightly running out, I just used the end of it, and it's really good just to apply the concealer for the cut crease. And yeah, so I'm just going to start off just kind of basically kind of concealing my eyelid. The primer underneath just keeps the concealer on for a bit longer, and also it does because the eyeshadow I'm using is a glitter, it sticks really well to the concealer, although I do set it with a bit of setting powder, just purely because when I need to kind of blend it out, and also it just sits on the eyelid properly, and also and it also stops it from looking muddy, because sometimes, because it's glitter eyeshadow, it could just appear that I'm not wearing anything underneath and it just look more concealed, while it mats it down, and then there's like a light base for the eyeshadow, which is called Milky Way. Milky Way is a very iridescent eyeshadow, very different, and actually it's really nice. I have kind of enjoyed it. I was going to do a look on it back in the summertime when I got it. I think I got it in there, and I just found it wasn't what I wanted, so I just decided that just wasn't going to work for me. So once I've concealed both of my eyelids, I'm going to move on to applying the eyeshadow. So setting my eyelids using this, I need to get more of this. It's Hit Pan, and this is the Rimmel #Insta Fix and Matte translucent powder. Absolutely best powder I've used. I have used other powders before, like the Rimmel one, the other rim on one side, but I have found that this has set my skin and it's also made it really easy to apply bronzer. I have recently found with bronzer it's been going in my bronzer, it's going patchy, and I'm not entirely sure why. It might be because I've stopped using primer, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm slightly confused why it's not actually working properly, because I haven't done anything different, but for the last couple of months it has somehow changed and I'm not entirely sure why. Then I'm going in with a little bit of a darker warm toned brown, just to define my eyes a little bit more, and also this just helps to match it with the eyeshadow that I will be using. So then I'll be going in using the eyeshadow once I've just made sure that I've carved out my eyelids properly and cut them properly. I have started also doing cut creases. I don't think this is a cut crease, to be honest with you guys, but I hope it is. So next I'm going to go in and applying Milky Way to my eyelid. This you have to really pack on, so you just do a couple of layers and then it's super glittery, but it does go everywhere, so I recommend wearing shadow guards or putting a bit of a tissue, some tissue underneath your eyes just to catch the fallout, unless you want to have a glittery purple face, because literally that's what you'll look like. It's not pigmented with purple, but it'll come out like that. Yeah, so this look is also perfect for Halloween. If you haven't thought about a Halloween look, you haven't got an outfit, this is just really easy to do. You just need a glitter eyeshadow and you're ready to go out. Galaxy inspired, super nice, really easy to do, and it takes 23 minutes to do. This technically it was 25 minutes, but to do, because for some reason this video took ages for me, because as I said, I'm reviewing products today. So I'm gonna go in and just apply the Milky Way eyeshadow. As you can see, it's very iridescent, and it also says purple iridescent, so you can, and also I have dyed my hair again, that's why it's a little bit darker, although in all my videos they look exactly the same. And then I'm going in and using the Morphe M321 brush to line my lower lash line, using a more pinky shade, a pinky red shade underneath my eyes. I'm just lining it up to my eyelid, and I'm going to blend it out. And then I'm going to use, I think, the Morphe B81 brush. Yeah. I did find a smaller blending brush super easy to line my lower lash line and to fix any mistakes and patchiness in the crease, so I found this really useful to use. It does, however, shed hairs quite a bit, so I definitely would recommend buying maybe 2 of them for them, because it definitely has a problem with that. The Morphe B81 is very kind of dense and really good for blending out, so definitely a really good brush. This is probably my favourite blending brush. It does blend out really well and is really easy to use in the crease as well. If you find blending the crease out hard, which I do too, and when I used it I was like, wow, I'm actually, yeah, sorry for that tapping sound, I just whacked it against my recording device. So yes, I do find this really easy to use. And I'm just applying a pinky purple shade on the outer half of my eyelid, and then I'm going to use a bit more concealer just to make sure to define it a little bit better, so it does look more like a cut crease rather than 2 colours that I usually do. And also I'm going to be applying some more Milky Way to my eyelid, just to make sure that the concealer that I just reapplied does not look like just concealer that I've on my eye or stand out against it. Oh no, wait, sorry, I'm actually doing that now, so I'm going to be doing the same 2 steps I just said again. For some reason I did it again, and I'm not sure why. I think I was just trying to make sure it did look like a cut crease, and it was also neat, and it didn't look lopsided or kind of sparse in areas where it didn't come out, and I didn't apply it properly. I did find, however, it did print it a little bit because I didn't set it, which is why I also set it, because it stops the concealer from transferring it into your crease, which you don't want it there, because obviously it's a cut crease, and what's the point of concealing your crease? So just applying a bit more of that eyeshadow. I'm also applying this in my inner corner as well, and also just wiping away any excess eyeshadow that I have. I do feel this video is quite long, and if you don't like this long, I'm going to try improving my cut creases so that I can cut this video down, pardon the pun. So yeah, so as you can see, this look is very nice, so kind of very galaxy inspired. So yeah, I kind of made it sure that it looked a bit more galactic as well, so it just brought out the eyeshadow a little bit more. And then I'm lining my lower lash line, my top lash line, using, I think it's my the Revlon Colour Stay liquid eyeliner. For some reason, for the entire time, I kept thinking it was the Barry M one. I'm not entirely sure. I genuinely just thought it was a Barry M one, even off when I wasn't filming. I was just like, I'm using this really good eyeliner, and it's the Barry M one, and then I just realised it's a Revlon Colour Stay. But I do like the Barry M one. They are very similar, and they are kind of that. There is difference in price as well. The Barry M one is slightly cheaper, so if you want to use that, that's fine. And then I've got concealer. So instead of ruffling sounds, I am moving just to pick up the products. Is the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Angel mascara. Definitely one of my favourite mascaras ever. I need to get some more because it's actually dry now, but it's actually one of the best mascaras to use. It makes your eyelashes look really big and nice, but it also has a really weird wand, and I kind of like that. It's different from the other ones I've used, and I definitely feel like it does a lot to my eyes. And also when it's dry now, it kind of looks a lot better, which is really weird. So actually I kind of really enjoy this, and I'm actually loving this, and it will be mentioned in my favourites. If you don't know, I've actually decided to go back to doing favourites because I feel like my Coffee Talks videos weren't as popular as my favourites were. And also, as I'm trying to improve my videos, I need to kind of focus on things that are popular, even if it's just 74 views or something like that. Something that's popular here on my channel. So next, I'm just going to do a little time lapse of applying the other eye. So I'm just going to leave you here for you to watch it. So next I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. I am simply just kind of filling them in using kind of more of a neutral brown, so it's not warm, it's not really kind of anything else, it's not cool, it's kind of more neutral. And I'm just going to line my lower lash lines. My lower lash line, that's not even my lash line, that's my eyebrows. Don't know why I said that. But I'm going to just fill in my eyebrows. I always do it in this like kind of shade. I don't really bother to darken them or even to fit my hair, the shade of my hair, just purely because I like it on me. And yeah, and also I feel like with my glasses, if I filled in my eyebrows any darker, I feel like it would look too dark on me personally, so I actually prefer it like this. So next I am going to be using the Hashtag Insta Fix and Go 2-in-1 primer and setting spray, perfect for prepping your skin and also good for setting it. So it actually does a drill thing, as it's just, if I've just read out. I do need to get some more, and I do like it. Next I am going in and I'm using the Morphe MB6. This is a foundation brush, and oh my god, it is amazing. It blends out your foundation in seconds. Like, you just blend, like before I was using brushes and it was just taking ages, it's really streaky. It was just not working for me, so I was just like, this is just not good, I need to get a new foundation brush. So I threw out my other two foundation brushes, and I've been using my fingertips for the last kind of month or two, and then I've saved up enough money to buy some makeup brushes, and this is definitely one that went on my list. And I have made a list of makeup brushes and makeup that I need, because I don't want my makeup looks the same, so I've just made a list, and this was on it. And I wasn't sure whether it was going to work, because personally I wanted to have something that was like a beauty blender. I wanted a sponge, but then I was like, you've had one before and you didn't like it, so get a foundation brush. I was like, I just went out and I don't really know much about foundation brushes. I've always just gone for a pack and from Bare Minerals or something. So I thought, you know what, it might work, and it did. And I definitely feel like this is a really nice brush. It's very soft, so it kind of it feels nice on the skin, and it just kind of blends it out. And also I found that it doesn't trap so much of the product, which I found that happened with the last one. So definitely one of the best. And I'm just kind of I accidentally got like some fallout and didn't realise, because it kind of blended into my skin, so I wiped that away. I think I mean wiped. So I'm just kind of going now and just kind of, I think I'm setting my skin, because I think I personally forgot that I needed to apply under eye concealer. If I didn't, then I use the Blank Canvas Cosmetics brush in F19, which is a tapered concealer contour pencil brush. Apparently it's ideal for applying concealer, highlights, contour products. This brush can be used with cream and powder products, handmade from extra soft, high quality, antibacterial, easy to clean, I can't say it. However, I found it didn't highlight very well. I found it very difficult. Oh, here we go. I set my skin before I did my under eyes. Interesting. So, definitely felt this didn't highlight. I tried this before I did the video. As I said, I've been trying them out, so I didn't have a problem on screen. Personally, it did not work. It kind of just didn't pick up any of the product, and in fact, it just made the brush go pink from the product, and didn't apply anything to my skin. However, I found with concealing, this was really good. So I absolutely love it because it conceals, and also I don't have to pat my under eyes, because when I did do that, I actually found it really difficult. So I definitely feel like this was good. And what am I doing here? I'm setting my skin again, apparently. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm setting my skin or blend. On that previous clip, I think I might have been blending out it with the foundation brush, and I was just using the normal my usual I don't know what I'm saying here, flat contour brush. But I've been using the flat contour brush to set my skin, and I actually found mixing the flat with the bronzer and the setting powder with using the flat contour brush, I found that patchiness that I was getting with the foundation, with the bronzer, had gone away, because it had kind of, I don't know, just helped my skin a little bit. So actually I found this really good. So I'm just going to blend out, just apply the bronzer to my top bit of my face, contour my cheekbones, my nose, and the three basic areas in a freeze shape. I do try it with powder brushes. I have tried it with other contour brushes, and I just haven't found the right brush. And I do know that you can find the right brush that will do it, so I just haven't found it yet. And I may try it with that concealer brush, the F19 brush, but I'm not sure yet, as I do prefer to use this one for concealer, but I'm not sure. I may try it, then wash it, and then if it doesn't work, I'll just go back to using it as a concealer brush. But yeah, so I'm just contouring my nose. I like to contour my nose because I just feel like it completes the look. Yeah, the skin look, I definitely like it. So I'm just going to, these brushes I got are amazing. I need to save up and get some more, so definitely one of my favourite things. And then I'm using Milani Luminoso, I think it is. It's just a cool blush. I thought it was different online, so when I got it I was like, oh, you just bought the same coloured blush with your other two. Literally, I got a rose gold one, which comes out the same colour, and then I got another one exactly the same. 3 of them. Coralista, Luminoso, and another one, rose gold I think it was. So literally, I bought the same blush over and over again, from 3 different brands, all dupes for each other. Don't know why. I could do a review on all of them, but then again, what's the point? Because I talk about them in my videos, the makeup tutorials. Just a bit of a thought there. I'm trying to do different videos again, So so now I'm going in and just kind of applying the highlighter. I think I say that because actually I can't see because the recording device is covering the screen, so I can't really see what I'm filming and I'm just babbling, but I should be just applying blush and then highlighting my skin. And I'm using, if I am highlighting, the Extra Dimension Skin Finish from MAC in Beaming Blush. I do find that the top layer is it's really odd, because when you put it down flat you think, oh, it's got just like a I don't know, foil at the top, but instead that isn't the case. It is actually a highlighter with some pinkish undertones, so which I love. Then I'm just applying this lipstick. This is D for Danger from MAC. Just a plummy lip look. So I did highlight my skin at the end bit, and I have applied blush. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a happy Halloween. So goodbye.